The tall, shiny building of Chen Fashion House stood in downtown Los Angeles, its glass windows reflecting the bright California sun. I walked through the doors one last time, knowing that in less than an hour, I'd lose everything I built, or at least, that's what my sister thought. I'm Sarah Chen, founder and until noon today, CEO of Chen Fashion House, the brand that changed luxury fashion by making it eco-friendly. We were in talks with LVMH, a big company that could take us global. But my sister Michelle wanted more than just her role as creative director. Morning, Sarah. Lisa from marketing greeted me with a smile. Big board meeting today. If only she knew. I stepped into the elevator feeling like I was in a dream. Inside my bag, one of our most popular designs, I carried proof of Michelle's betrayal. She had been secretly meeting with board members, changing voting rights, and planning to take over. But what she didn't realize was that I had been watching her ever since I caught her sharing our designs with LVN 2 years ago. The boardroom was full when I arrived. Michelle sat in her usual seat, dressed in our latest collection. Ready to take notes, she said, acting innocent. The board members, our investors and CFO, avoided looking at me. Michelle gave me a cool nod. Shall we begin? I took my seat, noticing how everyone leaned toward Michelle's side. They had already chosen her. Before we start, I said, let's talk about what's really happening, the plan to vote me out as CEO. The room went silent. Michelle's smile stayed in place, but I saw her grip her iPad tighter. I have proof, I continued. Secret meetings, fake voting rights transfers, and even a press release saying I'm stepping down. Michelle kept her voice smooth. Sarah, you're under a lot of stress. Maybe you need a break. I finished her sentence for her. Like you told the board, right before suggesting yourself as interim CEO. At least Michael, our CFO, looked uncomfortable. The other investors kept their faces blank. The board is concerned, Michelle said, standing up now. The LVN deal needs strong leadership, and your recent decisions have made them doubt you. Translation. I had refused a bad deal because I knew we were worth much more, but Michelle wanted fame and had been working behind my back to take over. Let's be honest, I said, opening my laptop. You've spent months making me look unstable just so you could accept a deal that undervalues us by $100 million. This is nonsense, Michelle snapped, but one of our investors was already checking his phone, likely looking at the evidence I mentioned. Shall we vote? I asked. For the next 15 minutes, Michelle gave her well-planned speech about why I should be removed, questioning my leadership, saying I was too emotional, and suggesting I was ruining the LVMH deal. The board listened and then voted, just like she had planned. The motion passes, Michelle said, barely hiding her excitement. Sarah Chen is no longer CEO of Chen Fashion House. I will take over as interim CEO. I stood up slowly, gathering my things. Congratulations, sister, but you forgot one small thing. Security will escort you out, she said coldly. Before they do, I said you should see this. I projected an email onto the screen. Michelle frowned, reading it. Her confidence cracked. That's impossible. Patent registration number 88,700,402,391. I read aloud. Our eco-friendly fashion technology, owned by me personally, not by Chen Fashion House. The investors quickly grabbed their phones, probably calling their lawyers. One of them looked like he might faint. The special fabric technology that makes our brand unique, I said with a smile, the eco-friendly process that LVMH wants to buy. I created it before starting this company. Before I made you creative director, Chen Fashion House has only been using it under a personal license from me, which, I glanced at my watch, expired 2 minutes ago when you removed me as CEO. You can't do this, Michelle gasped. The company owns anything developed while working here. Yes, I said, but I made this technology before Chen Fashion House even existed. Check the records, check the timestamps, check anything you want. My lawyers already have. The security guards Michelle had called were waiting by the door, but no one moved. Everyone was too busy staring at the patent details now on their screens. So here's the deal, I said, picking up my bag. You can have the company, Michelle, but without my technology, what you have is an empty brand. No special fabrics, no eco-friendly process, no $200 million LVMH deal. just a fancy office with a great view of Los Angeles. We'll fight this, she snapped. The board will. The board, James Wong cut in, his voice sharp, will need to reconsider its decision. Sarah, perhaps we should talk in private. I shook my head. No need. The vote was clear. I'm out. I'll be starting a new company, one that owns some very valuable technology. And I hear LVMH is still very interested in sustainable luxury fashion. I walked to the door, then turned back. Oh, and Michelle, Mom wants us at dim sum on Sunday. Try not to be late. The security guards hesitated, unsure who they were supposed to remove. As the elevator doors closed behind me, I heard the boardroom break into chaos. Lisa from marketing caught me in the lobby. Sarah, is everything okay upstairs? I smiled, thinking about the other surprise I had waiting at home, one that would shake up the fashion world even more. Everything's fine, I told her. Just a little family drama. But tomorrow, I grinned, tomorrow is going to be very interesting. The next 24 hours in the fashion world were pure chaos. Women's Wear Daily broke the news first. Chen Fashion House CEO ousted. IP dispute puts LVMH deal at risk. Soon my phone was flooded with calls from reporters, luxury brands, and competitors. I ignored them all, sitting in my Malibu home office, watching everything play out exactly as I planned. The trademark fight was just the beginning. The real shocker was still coming. Miss Chen, my assistant's voice came through the intercom. Bernard Arnault from LVMH is on line 1, and your mother is on line 2. I smiled. Right on schedule. Put Mom through first. Sarah Chen, Mom's voice snapped through the phone. What is this I'm reading? The whole Chinese community is talking. Michelle tried to take your company, so you humiliate her in front of the board? In front of investors? What about family harmony? I glanced at the folder on my desk, Michelle's secret emails, proving she had been planning my removal for almost a year. Sometimes harmony has to be earned, Mom. Is Michelle there with you? A pause. She's been in her room all morning. Won't stop crying. Good. Tell her to stay there. She'll want to see the news in an hour. I smiled. Also, maybe start making some of your special wonton soup. We're going to have guests for dinner. I switched to line 1. Bernard, I was wondering when you'd call. Bernard Arnault, the head of LVMH, got straight to the point. That's quite a technology portfolio you've been hiding, Sarah. Why are we just learning about it now? Because until today, there was no reason to bring it up. Chen Fashion House had a license to use it as long as I was CEO. Now, I shrugged. Things have changed. The acquisition deal is off, I said. At least as it stands now. But I'm open to a new deal, one that reflects the actual value of my technology. A long pause. Our original offer was fair. The original offer was $200 million for technology that will change sustainable fashion forever. As of this morning, that technology legally belongs to me, not Chen Fashion House. Would you like to know what Kering offered 20 minutes ago? Another pause. When can you be in Paris? I can't. Family dinner tonight, but you're welcome to join us in Los Angeles. My mom makes excellent wonton soup. To his credit, Bernard understood immediately. Text me the address. I'll bring the wine. My next call was to Lisa from marketing. She had already received offers from 3 luxury brands. How would you like to be head of global marketing at a company that actually owns its technology? When do I start? By noon, I had secured commitments from most of Chen Fashion House's top designers and engineers. By 2 p.m., I had offers from 5 major luxury brands. But the real fireworks were coming at 3 o'clock. Right on time, Vogue broke the next big story. Chen Fashion House's eco-friendly claims in question. Anonymous source provides evidence. I watched as the company's stock price started to crash. The anonymous source, my carefully documented research, proved that while my sustainable fabric was real, Michelle had been secretly using non-eco-friendly processes while falsely marketing them as green. The phone rang again. Michelle. You knew, she said. You knew about the production issues all along. Of course I knew. I warned you about the sustainability certifications 6 months ago, right before you started planning to remove me. The company is falling apart. The LVMH deal is dead. Are you happy now? Actually, Bernard Arnault is coming to Mom's for dinner. We're going to discuss a new deal, one with my new company, which owns the technology and real sustainability certifications. Silence. You should come too, I added. Mom's making wonton soup. Why? Her voice was shaky. Why not just destroy me completely? Because you're my sister. And because Mom would never forgive me. 7 o'clock. Don't be late. That evening, the scene at our parents' house felt surreal. The dining table where we'd always had Sunday dinners was now hosting the CEO of LVMH, 3 top fashion executives, and our old family friend Uncle Gene, the one who had helped me file my patents 2 years ago. Michelle arrived last, her perfect makeup failing to hide the tear stains. Mom, as always active like having billionaires at her dinner table, was completely normal. Eat, eat, Mom said, giving everyone more soup. Business can wait until after dinner. As we ate wontons and drank wine, a new deal was made. My new company would take over Chen Fashion House in a stock swap. Then LVMH would buy the combined company for $500 million. Michelle would keep her shares but step down from any leadership role. Most importantly, we would still be sisters. Later, Michelle and I sat outside in the garden, just like we used to when we were kids. I don't get it, she said. You knew what I was planning. You could have stopped me earlier. You could have exposed the truth about the sustainability issues and destroyed me. Why wait? I took a sip of the fancy wine Bernard had brought. Because I needed everyone to see the truth for themselves, about you and about me. And what's the truth? You're someone who was willing to betray family for success. And I'm someone who found a way to save both the company and our family. She flinched. Mom's never going to let me live this down. No, I said. But she's also never going to let me forget that family comes first, even when family betrays you. She hesitated. The new company, there's really no place for me. Not in management, but your shares are still worth about $50 million. That's not bad for someone who tried to take over her sister's company. Mom came outside with more wontons, insisting that even a CEO of the world's biggest luxury brand needed to eat. She treated everyone the same. Her daughter who tried to steal a company, the daughter who outsmarted her, the billionaires, the family. To Mom, we were all just people who needed feeding. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of lawyers, contracts, and news headlines. The media loved the story. Fashion Sisters feud ends in $500 million deal. We launched the new company, Phoenix Sustainable Luxury, with top designers and a clear vision. LVMH quickly finalized the acquisition. Kering made a last-minute offer, pushing the final price to $600 million. Michelle took a break from work, then started her own business, helping brands make fashion more ethical. She still comes to Sunday dinner, though she's quieter now, more thoughtful. Mom always makes sure we sit next to each other. At the signing ceremony, a reporter asked if I was afraid of more family betrayals in fashion. I smiled and said, in fashion, like in family, what matters isn't just how things look, it's what's underneath. That night, I found an old photo in Mom's album. It was from my first fashion show, Michelle and me, proudly showing off the dresses we designed together. Next to it, Mom had placed a framed copy of the $600 million acquisition announcement. To remind you both, she said firmly, that success means nothing without family. She was right. The trademarks, the sustainability scandal, the negotiations, those were just tools. The real victory wasn't the money or the headlines. It was finding a way to save both the company and our family. Michelle and I still argue over fashion at Sunday dinners. Mom still makes too many wontons. Dad still says we work too much. But now, we all understand something. Winning isn't just about coming out on top. It's about how you get there. The fashion world moves fast. Trends change. Companies rise and fall. But family is forever. Sometimes betrayal reminds us of that, and sometimes forgiveness shows us the way forward. Today, Phoenix Sustainable Luxury is changing the fashion industry. Our technology is shaping the future of luxury goods, and the Chen sisters still have Sunday dinner at Mom's table. Different roles, different perspectives, but still family. As for me, I keep the original patents framed in my office, right next to that old fashion show photo. A reminder that in business, as in family, the best victories are the ones that leave room for redemption.